Yo, what's going on? It's been a little while. Sorry about that. But how you guys doing? It's been a little while. My camera had eventually stopped working, and I had to order a new one. I'm not too sure about this this brand. I watched a couple reviews on it. It seemed pretty good for the price, and I picked it up. Following the next couple of months, I'm going to be using this camera to see how it performs, and I'll let you guys decide if the quality is good, audio is nice. Just let me know how you guys like the camera versus the older camera. It was a really good camera beforehand, but just wouldn't work for me anymore. So unfortunately, I had to get a new one. But with that being said and cleared out, I'm back. It's been a little while. Just been working and trying to get things together for the channel. And today I just wanted to speak on energy and why it's important, why you should protect it, and how certain factors affect energy. I'll say for the most part, the most important aspect of energy, in my personal opinion, is the people that you're surrounded by. And I say this from experience, because when I was in my parents' household, it wasn't the most positive place to be, and due to the energy that was being recirculated on a day-to-day basis, it kind of hindered my ability to be creative, to be outgoing, to have confidence. Just felt like I was always suppressed and I was stuck in a box. And I always told myself that as soon as I get into a position where I'm living on my own, or just in a new environment in general, I'll definitely be able to elevate, because I was just stuck in the same position, not doing anything, not doing too much in my life. I was just getting by with just my job, my first job, because now I had two jobs. I was just getting by with that, and I was okay with that. I was okay with being, I guess, average, you could say. I was making just enough to afford my car payments, and that's about it. And with all the other free time that I had in my hands, I wasn't really doing much with my life, and I kind of associate that with the energy that was in the household. And as soon as I was able to break free from being in that household, don't worry about the gas light, I'm gonna put some gas in soon. I kind of procrastinated a little bit. A little bit is an understatement, actually. But to get back on track, like I was saying, once I broke free from being in that house, I started tapping into myself, and I was able to do everything I said that I would do. And I started to see slowly my creativity started to spike. I started to be more happy. I started to take more risk, and overall my life just started to be better. And from time to time, I do eventually visit my parents' home, and as soon as I walk in, I feel that depressing energy that I always felt when I was staying over there. And I was right. I came to the conclusion that I was right about the energy being the reason I was being suppressed. Yes, you could say I had my own underlying issues that kept me stuck, but the energy added on to an issue that was already there, and it made things really difficult for me. But I'm just happy to say that now that I'm in, in my own environment, the energy that I bring in there is positive mostly. I still have my days, but, where it gets a little bit too much for me, and I don't feel the best, but I bounce right back. I bounce right back like I never could before when I was in my parents' household. And with that being said, I can really say with 100% confidence, energy is very important, and it's a big factor into how you feel about yourself, how you handle certain situations. Basically, it really surrounds you. Energy is everything. Without the correct energy, without the correct energy or the right mindset, it's really hard to elevate yourself into a position that you want to be in. And that's a conclusion that I drew from, being stuck at my parents' house, and I'm just happy that I made it out. I always knew that it was a solution to most of my problems. And he was sleeping. And what I can say for sure is that the energy that you allowed to be in your life is the energy that basically dictates how certain aspects of your life is going to go. If you hang around negativity, despite what situation you're going through, you're always going to approach it with a negative mindset. If you're surrounded by negative people, negative ideas, negative content, you're always going to associate negativity with any aspect of your life, whether it's good or bad. It could be a very good thing that's about to happen to you, and negativity takes over, and you start to have doubt, you start to have fears, you start to wonder what's going to go wrong, what's going to go right, what could have happened that could possibly, just mess up things for you, or mess up the good thing that is supposedly going to happen to you, instead of enjoying what's coming to you. And you hang around negativity that much, it can start to affect your life in those ways, in areas that it shouldn't be affecting your life. Now, if you want to flip it over and you go to, excuse me, you flip it over and you go into the positive side of things. You go into life with a positive attitude despite what the situation has to offer. It could be a situation where the odds are stacked against you, and there's not much you could do to change the situation. But as long as you have that positive mindset, you can make through. You can make it through. Even if you don't win at the end, just you having a positive mindset can get you through it, help you recover, and help you bounce back, so you could continue doing what you was doing before you took that loss. And take this Yui real quick. And despite what you're going through, you always look at it with a positive mindset. It's good to have a balance, though. Not to say that that you're always positive 24/7, because if that's the case, at some point you will break amidst the pressure. But it's good to have a healthy balance, but then again, it's really good to always look at things with a positive mindset and just be real with yourself. And depending on who you decide to be around, it can really dictate what kind of energy that you'll be manifesting around you. If you hang around people who have negative mindset, despite you being a good person or not, or you always having a positive mindset, you'll eventually at some point start to engage in the same kind of energy that they're engaging in with negativity. Even if you don't want to, you just won't. It's something that you probably won't notice until it's too late. Until you realize, like, damn, maybe I am a negative person. Maybe I am acting like how my friends are acting. And some friends, they actually leech on your energy. If they see you have something positive going on for yourself, and you have a nice energy to you. Energy, I'll tell you one thing about energy. Energy can be felt, it can be sensed. The only thing that it can't be is seen. You can see it with facial expressions, you can see it with, with body language and whatnot, but you can't physically see the energy. Unless you got something else going on, you got some powers, but you can't really see the energy, but you can feel the energy and you can sense it. And that's how I was able to realize that there was negative energy in my parents' household. Every time I went into that house, before I moved out, every time I went in that house, I just felt a heavy weight on myself. As soon as I entered, and it'll only be on the days that people will be inside of the house. But if it was just me home alone and I got back, it felt so light. It just felt different. It felt like something that I never felt before in that household that I always wanted to feel. And it was amazing. But as soon as everybody got back home, whether it was from work or just being out, that's when things started to be a little bit heavier, and that's when I just naturally wanted to stay inside of my room and avoid contact as much as possible. And that's when I started realizing the early signs of, the energy that was in my household. I always knew things weren't the best when it came to my household, but I never really went into depth of what else is behind it, despite the things that are not going too well. Because there's other factors and there's other things that come off of, the things that are not going right in the household. And now that I just been on this, journey by myself, and I've been looking into other content creators. I've been learning more about energy. I've been learning more about, the things that it could do to you. I'm starting like to piece the puzzle, put pieces of the puzzle together and realize exactly like I thought I got lost for a second. I'm starting to, connect the dots a little bit and realize why certain things happen in my life and why I felt certain ways at certain times. Just the little things that went unnoticed. Now that I'm learning and growing, and just looking at other people's testimonies about almost the same thing I was going through, but in a more advanced aspect, I'm starting to make that connection with how bigger this thing is. They say this makes that work, that make this, that make that. Oh my God, I can't even speak. But people say that, you know, this makes that work and whatever, yada yada, but when you take time to really understand why certain things are happening, that one small little thing has 5 other small little things associated with it, and those 5 other things have things associated with it as well. And with that being said, it's like everything that seemed so small in my life and seemed like it could be explained easily was never the case. And it took so much time, pain, and suffering to really understand that there's levels to the stuff that I was going through. And I know I'm rambling a little bit, excuse me, but it kind of goes hand in hand with the energy thing. Certain times you'll feel a certain way, you can't explain it. Certain things happen to you and you can't explain it. It can be explained. You just have to go deeper with things. Sounds like a cliche, but it really is the case. Cause I think it was today. I was literally at work doing what I had to do, and I started going into this like little thinking mode. I started thinking about how things change with myself, my soul, and my spirit. And I started trying to see how things was going at my house, and how, you know, as soon as I left, it's like a weight been lifted all above myself, and I'm able to do things that I never thought I was able to, you know, do. I never knew I was able to work 2 jobs. I never knew that I would be able to, you know, finance a car. I never knew I could be able to do none of those things. And this is all within a span of a month. Matter of fact, I never knew I was able to get my own place. And that was all within a span of not a month, a year. Without a doubt, I could say I would not believe in myself to do the things that I'm doing today. I'll be lying to you if I'm being honest. And once again, I really feel like it's the energy thing. Now that I disassociated myself with the negativity, and I'm only influencing myself with positive energy, I'm able to do all those things that I thought I wasn't able to do. The 2 jobs, that shit is rough, but excuse my language. The 2 jobs is pretty rough, but I wake up every morning, nonetheless, do the same thing. And before the 2 jobs, I was working 1 job, and I was complaining like, dog, how am I doing this? I can't do this. It's too much. But I'm doing 2 jobs like it's nothing now. Not to blow or anything, but I'm doing it like it's nothing. And I'm proud to say that. But what I really want you to get from that story is that it's the energy and me being positive, me praying, me fighting, me doing what I have to do for myself, putting God in the mix, and disassociating myself with people who bring negative energy to me enabled me to do the things that I'm able to do today. So what I want you to take from that, once again, is if you ever in a situation where you feel like you're stuck in a box because of your environment, try to find a way to get from your environment to create your own, and be surrounded by your own energy, because the energy that you create for yourself will only be the energy that, you know, will want the best for you. If you're on that path, if you're on the path to really improve and do what you have to do, and you're really trying your hardest to get out of a situation, no matter what it is, as long as you surrounding yourself with your energy and you doing what you have to do, and you taking the negative aspects of your life away from your journey, the energy that will come from that journey will be straight positivity. There will be times where shit gets rough. There will be times where you feel like you can't do that shit. But once again, excuse my language, trying to work on the cursing. But the energy that you have within you and you're expelling will then be, put back into yourself to help you recover from those negative thoughts, those negative emotions, to get you back on track, to get you back on the grind, to get you in the right state of mind to continue the journey. And I'm 100% a believer into that. And I feel like I'm my own personal example of it. And I'm happy. I still ain't made it just yet. There's a lot of things that I need to do on myself and my life. But I can say for sure, I'm happy where I'm at. It's a process. It's gonna take some time. And there's still a lot more hurdles in my life that I need to jump before I can really say I made it. But with the stuff that I'm accomplishing now, and with the progress I made ever since I stepped away from my parents, I can say I'm doing a really good job, and I'm proud of myself. And I pray that you guys can say the same for yourself as well. No matter how hard the situation gets, no matter what the situation calls for, stay on your journey. Do what you have to do and fight for it. Believe in it. Because nobody will believe in yourself like you do, or the Lord does. So just continue. If you realize the people around you do not vibrate on the same frequency as yourself, and don't wish the same, for your journey, distance yourself. Even if it means that you have no friends for God knows how long, do it. Step away from that energy, because they're making it apparent that they don't support your ideas, and they're not on the same level that you want, bro. They could be wishing harm for you. They could be putting bad energy on your journey, and you have to get away from that, you feel me? Because energy is important. Energy is what determines if you continue on your grind or not. Energy is what determines if you believe in yourself or not. Energy is everything. Energy is life. If you ain't got energy, you ain't got life. If you ain't got life, you ain't got no energy. So make sure you get your energy in check, get the people around you in check, and you surround yourself with positivity. If shit don't go right today, shit will go right tomorrow. If shit don't go right on that attempt, shit will go right on the next attempt. Just keep trying. But always try to reinforce yourself with a positive mindset, positive ideas. This is the third time I've done served this gas station. I'm gonna end it off right here. It was a pleasure speaking to y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed night. I'm gonna holler at y'all. It was a pleasure once again. I'm gonna try to post more often now that I got the camera in check. This one seems pretty good. Once again, just keep the energy in check. I'm out. Yeah, you boys have a good night. It's 12 o'clock. I gotta get ready for work. Like 5 hours. I'll talk to y'all later.